Greetings to you wherever you are watching me from. So, I'm so very excited this week because I have an exciting project which is I'm preparing a 40-year cake in celebration of the Queen of England's Platinum Jubilee for a corporate client. That is in cooperation as well with my baker.co.uk. So the 40 cake is made up of 14 inches bottom tier and 12 inches, 10 inches round, and also an 8 inches round tier carved into a crown. But this video that I'm doing is concentrated on the biggest tier, the bottom tier, because I'm excited because it is the biggest round cake tier I have yet baked and about to work on. I take that as growth, really. So here I'm about to start with the preparation of the 14 inches tier cake. I am going to place it directly on the board that the entire piece of the cake is going to sit on. So this is an 18-inch cake drum. So I'm going to start off by placing that there. Of course, you're going to see how I'm going to trim, cut, and fill the cake layers. So let's get going. So this is my first baked layer. I'm not going to cut this into any more layers or tot this into any more layers because it is breaking. It's very large and very difficult to lift because of its size. So I'm simply going to apply buttercream, the necessary filling, and put it next year on it. So this is 14 inches round cake. First time I'm working on a round cake as large as this. Can only call that growth, can't you? Here I'm just going to fill. But this is a cake drum. All the tiers are going to sit on the base cake drum. So I'm applying chocolate ganache on the drum to serve as an adhesive for the cake layer or the cake tier to sit on. Let's start with the first layer. Make sure it is well centered on the drum as best as possible. Sure it's well centered on the drum. So, and strawberry jam. Yep. I'm creating like a dam in the center to pour in the strawberry jam. Okay. So as the strawberry jam now added to the mix, okay, 5 inches in height. To fill up before I begin to trim it, to set But I'm now proceeding to trimming the cakes or the 2 layers of cake to give me a lovely base to apply the ganache. Now proceeding with ganaching, just trying to seal up some areas. Starting with crumb coating first, but initially sealing up certain areas just. So I'm beginning with ganaching the cake now. The 12 tier, the 14 inches tier. So I'm just starting with filling up some areas. And this will fill up. And then I'm now beginning with crumb coating. So I'm going to let this one set for some time. It's going to be outside to set by itself because there's no space left in my fridge. So, see you in a bit. We're continuing with the ganache. So I'm applying now the second coat. The second and final coat. You can see the first one was very thin layer. So I left it out at room temperature since then. So the first coat now is a bit solidified. So I'm now applying the second coat, which is going to be the final finish of the cake, of the ganaching. So I've left a lip at the top. I'm going to leave it again to set to at room temperature because this cannot go in my fridge. Even my biggest American style fridge, this is not going in. It cannot go in. This drum is 18 inches in diameter and the cake itself is 14 inches. So I'm going to leave it on my kitchen worktop again for probably another 1 hour to set, and then I left the lip so I can use a sharp knife to cut it to give that sharp edges effect. So that's my complete ganached 14 inches round cake. So at this stage now I am now proceeding to the preparation of the top tier crown or top crown tier. So this tier is 8 inches in diameter but carved into a crown. I've started with I have baked actually 2 8 inches round tier layers and also 1 8 inches dome shaped layer. I have carved one of the layers of the 8 inches into 7 inches to give a smaller base to the crown when it is carved. When you see it, you understand what I'm talking about. At this point in time, what I'm doing presently is actually trimming off the sides or top and bottom layers of my cakes and getting rid of the caramelized segments. I've now then proceeded to torting each of my layers or each of my cakes into 2 layers each. I started with the first 8 inches and now proceeded with the second 8 inches round, and then following that proceeded with my dome shaped 8 inches round tier. Now I'm now going to begin stacking it and filling up these individual layers. That's I'm currently using my 7 inches round card. Of course, as I mentioned earlier, I carved one of the 8 inches layer into a 7 inches layer, into a 7 inches layer to give the bottom base. And my cake layers were filled with buttercream and strawberry jam fillings. So I've now proceeded now to layer in each cake. So the 7 inches at the bottom, then proceeding now with another layer which is 8 inches, and of course filling with buttercream and strawberry jam. Now proceeded with the bottom layer of my 8 inches dome layer, the bottom part of it, and then I'm now going to finish that off with the top layer of that dome bit. So of the dome bit of my 8 inches layer. So now my cake is completely stacked and filled. I have now put it in the fridge for a couple of hours, for about an hour, to kind of set up a bit, because it was moving from side to side because of the strawberry filling. So now it's a bit solidified, which will give me ease in terms of carving. Now I am now proceeding to carving the crown. As you will see in this video, I have used I think about 3 different knives to complete this task. I used this one, and I used another carving knife, and I used a smaller paring knife to help me complete this task. So that's me carving.
Shall I render to his goodness upon me? How can I repay your kindness, Jehovah? You took me from the miry clay and set my feet upon the rock. I am going higher because of your grace. Piano soro kele chineke mo. Umu chineke soro Jehovah o.
Jehovah, America,
Any sorrow kele Chineke, makana ebere ya na nirebe bigebi.
Now, this is the end of, I'm getting to the end of the carving process. I have now proceeded to ganashing the carved crown. So I'm applying the first thin layer of chocolate or white chocolate ganache at this stage.
I will wait on the Lord, wait and mama knows. I will be of good courage. He's the Alpha and Omega, the omnipresence God. He knows what is good for me. Yo segari yo bonube, oje no moto bi obu. I have a feeling in my heart, He will never let me down. I will wait and mama know. Oje no no jire. Osena daluto. Ilime o. You are
And that's the first thin layer or the first coat of my white chocolate ganache completed. I have now then proceed before doing that I set it, I put it aside and put it in the fridge for about 30 minutes to set. I've now brought it out to proceed with the second coating of the chocolate ganache. This time around, focusing on achieving a smooth finish around the cake tier. And that's the ganaching completed. And those are my 4 tiers completely ganached and ready to be covered in fondant. That's the 14 inches round, the 12 inches round, the 10 inches round, and the 8 inches round carved into a crown. And here is the completed cake, all set up at the venue. I hope you liked the recording. I didn't record the decoration of the crown. Please do like and share. Thank you.